Welcome to Win the Day from Back to the Bible. I'm your coach, Pastor Nat, and today we're going to talk about hearing Jesus. Recently, I began using Duolingo. It's an app that makes learning another language manageable and fun. So I've been growing in my ability to understand another language. I've traveled abroad enough to know if you can't comprehend the message, it's not a them problem. It's a me problem. And that's what Jesus said about hearing from God. If we don't understand God, it's because we are the problem. Here's what Jesus said in John chapter 8, beginning in verse 45. But because I tell the truth, you do not believe me. Which one of you convicts me of sin? If I tell the truth, why do you not believe me? Whoever is of God hears the words of God. The reason why you do not hear them is that you are not of God. Yesterday we talked about there are two spiritual sides, God's side and Satan's side. Now, Satan is not the equal opposite of God. There is no one like God. But he is the leader of the sinful spiritual side of the equation. The religious leaders that Jesus is talking to believe they are spiritually enlightened and righteous because they identify as children of Abraham. Now, this may be true physically. They are his physical descendants. But spiritually, they are from the devil. That's why Jesus continues to explain their position. He says, you guys don't believe me. You want to kill me. Not because you are God's children. You are Satan's kids. That's why you reject God's word and me. The prophecies point to me. I fulfilled them, and yet you reject me. You want to kill me. You do not hear God because you are not from God. If you want to see if someone is a Christian, speak the truth to them. A child of God will hear and receive God's word. Yep, all of it. Even the hard parts that convict us of our sin. Now, of course, it is true that even the most faithful of Christians can and will bristle at discipline. It's true. However, in my experience, they will come around. That's because they are God's children. They hear him. They understand him. But the world does not. That's why Jesus said, if I tell you the truth, why do you not believe me? Whoever is of God hears the words of God. The reason you do not hear them is that you are not of God. Those are stinging words that ring true today. Jesus pointed out his sinfulness in verse 45. That drives his truthfulness in verse 26. Jesus came to seek and save the lost from their sins, to transfer people from Satan's spiritual family to his Father's spiritual family, all by a gift through faith. Jesus is talking to you today. Do you hear him? Do you trust him? If not, why not? If so, will you follow him today?